Hello, world. All right. And I need to actually change this to yars. There we go. Yar. Change that back. A few players missing tonight, but we shall press forward as our group is lost in a different snowy, cold, chilly world where last we left them off as they were gaining their awareness and saw some elf standing in front of them, blonde hair swirling, arrows flying at some enormous purple-like worm in the distance. And as the group starts gaining their awareness, they're able to spot a couple of other people hiding in bushes in this cold area here, maybe off in the distance, another orc. But strangely enough, this orc has, at least from what you can see beyond the tail of this large worm, white skin. And you see another person way off in the distance. And with all this, y'all feel the biting cold hit you as the wind is not at least picked up. And it's pretty calm right now. But it's an extreme change of temperature compared to where you were last time, and the nice hot warmth of the forest that you were taken away from. 1 second there, the other second here. So, with that being said, what's the first thing that everybody does once you get that awareness? This elf lets loose a few arrows that stab into this creature over here that seems to be already bloodied. Oh, hey, I need to change that.
I jump to my feet and reach for my axes. No, I'm not quite aware that I don't have anything. I'm just instinct. Jump up, reach for axes.
And upon doing that, and this creature roars, you realize that indeed, why it's so cold and you're feeling this breeze, you realize that you have nothing on you, including clothing. Your weapons are completely gone.
Panic jumps on Chiv.
So he's out of the snow and ice. And...
in the warmth. Nice.
Yep.
Volsa is quickly looking about too as she steps back from this creature, and she's looking at her body and her weapons are gone. She's like, what in the nine hells is going on? And I believe what?
Like I know.
Oh. She just runs over here. She's completely confused as these wolves step to the sides. And you see this elf, and she runs over to the group and looks at everyone, and she starts pointing, which you can barely see, but there is some woods here. And she says, quickly, take cover. And she lets loose a few more arrows, and she'll probably shoot at that creature a couple more times before... Oh, well, that's not going to work very well.
Yell. Holler. I'm going to yell to everybody. Bazgoth, move to the forest. Now.
Sonic is sitting on, looking at this elf and going, elves.
But later.
Yeah, she sees these elves just lets loose these quick arrows, slamming into this purple beast that screams again. Once more, and you see that also what looks to be this other elf weaving off in the distance, just barely in a bush, and moves, and you can see her as she lets loose like a little tiny seed of red, and you see an explosion, and a large explosion basically that just burns the snow around this creature, and let's see if it's gonna even make it. And yeah, so with that being said, it takes quite a bit of damage from what you can tell seems to be fire ball exploding around this creature. So yeah, what's Cub doing?
I'm gonna take listen to the words of what they said. Just kind of go with it. So I'm gonna head over. I'm gonna head towards the direction of where they're going, or what they saying, or telling us to take shelter from.
Okay. And you see this. I guess Grumthar will also do the same, as Volsa is also starting to follow behind Tarnik, and this elf is just running really quickly all over the place. As this thing is going to try to take a chump, moves over to where this elf just shot it with a fireball, which is not looking very good. And
He's not, or he is?
she's not. She takes some damage right there. And you see her take a bite. This female jumps just out of the way. She seems to only have one hand now that she jumps out of the bush. And you can tell that she's waving these spells with that one particular hand. That is her left hand. Her right hand seems to be completely cut from or gone from the elbow down. And from that movement, you can see this white orc over here actually jumps out and throws some sort of stringed looking like 3 balls and stuff that she's swinging around, and throws them that are attached to these lines, and tries to hit this creature with them, and completely fails as it like hits the snow and just hides into the snow. And as this is happening, you also see that this other person pops out of the area and starts moving. And you see this creature as this female is moving. She's similar to y'all. Seems to have lost her clothing. But as she's running, she is transforming. Her body is shaping. Her skin is being torn. And you see these horns, black horns, rip out of her body. And her skin now starts turning, changing, morphing into a darker skin, black almost, as her limbs elongate, and you can see large claws just appear where fingernails used to be, and then she gets into all fours and starts running toward this large purple worm here. And as this purple worm is trying to attack here, I'm gonna go ahead and do something for her, which currently she has this right now, which is not really good. So you see this thing swallow this particular elf into its mouth. You see this other elf scream out, "Valine!" and start moving that direction. But anyway, with that being said, yeah, everybody seems to be following as you see this little construct pull at Bordak's hand, trying to lead him into the wood. It's about 3 foot tall construct with one eye.
I need an axe.
Barnick's looking at the trees here, looking for broken branches that he can pick up and use as a weapon.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a survival.
Yay! That's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
19.
19. I'd say that you find a branch that you could actually use probably as a club. Which that should be in D&D Beyond.
Yep. Grab one.
All right. With that, this thing is going to go ahead and turn back around this way. And if y'all wish to do something, y'all can roll initiative. Or y'all can try to hang back in the woods. But you see this little contract just kind of point toward the woods, telling y'all to go. But for the meanwhile, this elf again will go ahead and try to shoot. Oh, there we go. That's a hit. That's another hit. Just gonna use a blessing of hers. So that'll be with an added 15. That's definitely gonna hit. And she's gonna go ahead and so, yeah, she does quite a bit of damage. Then she's going to do this one more time, since she's the one that's going to use that. So that's 53. Alright, so she does about 53 of that. And then she's going to use, was that 53? 68 damage. Alright. Which was that? You see this creature regurgitate this elf out of his mouth. Blah. This elf looks rather angry but starts crawling, trying to at least crawl a little bit, but can't crawl all the way. And this one will try again. Keeps running toward the creature, grabs her weapon that she seemed to have thrown into the snow for some unknown reason, and keeps running forward, trying to catch up. And you see this other female now that's completely transformed into something y'all haven't seen before, and she runs right into this creature, crawling up its like long stomach, and will try to attack. Oh, that's a crit right there.
Hey, get those out of the way. So you don't use them against us.
So that's about 20. This creature roars again. And we'll see if this Faline character can do anything else. She's gonna go ahead and forget she's gonna do it one more time. She will cast Fireball. EP33. Let's see if it will actually survive. Oh, it doesn't.
Nice.
So that one takes. Nope. That's it. There we go. Boom. So you see this creature just fall as it thumps into the ground, vibrating the snow. Some of the snow lifting up almost like dust. And you see this female that was on it, biting and scratching at it. Just rolled down and then to a flip and lands next to Faylene. The one that the girl was, the female elf was screaming at. You see a hawk above y'all all of a sudden, kind of flying around, and then you see another horse come trotting along, and like you see it like just kick it with two hooves, even though it's already down. And the horse just neighs, and you see this female white orc step up, and this hawk lands next to her, and they all seem to gather together. Unfortunately,
You said an orc?
yeah, white-skinned female orc. As this thing
Oh.
falls to the ground, you see this portal behind it shrink and disappear.
Just checking to see if Tarnik recognises a white-skinned orc as kin.
Well, you can tell from the features being a orc, but you've never seen a white-skinned orc in your life before. And so it's kind of a little bit
behind
different.
me. Get behind me. I don't trust these elves. And whatever that white thing is, it's an abomination.
And
Tarnik's on Shiv waving his club around.
they all look, and you see this elf. She puts her weapons away, holds her hands up, and you see Volsa just going to move to the front. Maybe we'll see how that's going there. And this guy's sticking to Grom. The elf moves forward. Says, "Don't fear. My name is Valanthi. You are not from this world, I take it. You came through the Convergence Rift."
Is that what that was?
Yes,
By magic, I think.
it's very powerful magic. This is the world called Regenesis, on a land of frozen tundra called Norskal.
Never heard of it.
I don't like the cold.
You probably never heard of it because you're from a different world. As most of us were. Except for Kerrigan. And she looks over at the one that you see white-skinned. And this is her home world. She is one of the few that are still standing against the invaders from the south. And she says, "The orcs here are the ones who claim the territory. What is your names, and from where do you hail?"
Bordak.
What's the name of the continent we're from? Or the place?
The Darklands.
You can call it the Darklands, or you can Caradosis.
Regenesis.
Yeah, Caradosis. Yeah.
I am Bordak from Caradosis. We are Clan Bazgoth.
You You see the elf lift her eyes a bit at you. Caradosis. Are you from
Yes.
Solar?
Yes. You know of it.
I am from Solar. I am from the continent, the name of Elandria. From the twin continents of Leolandria and Elandria. I come from the Elandrian forest.
We were on our way to the land of the humans to face against a darkness that has arisen in that land.
The darkness. And she looks over at everybody. Everyone here is from the same world. You are all from Solar.
How do we get back? Our mission is vital.
And you see this female, she starts transforming back into kind of a humanoid form. Once you get here, it's hard to get back. You might be stuck for a while. And this other elf looks about. She looks a little bit different. She has paintings on her face. I don't even know if I can do her accent, but we'll try. She says,
You don't have to. It's a Russian accent.
Russian, yes. I can do different Russian, but I don't know if I can do her Russian. No, but she'll try. She says, there might be chance, da? I think I can read the symbols from this creature. And she says, and as you start noticing, as she talks about this, you do notice that there are certain symbols. And she will look over to Valancy and says, we talked to Orc Chieftain, yes? And Valancy is like, yes, he might know more of it. Do you think you can work with them? And she says, I believe from Draghall, I still remember on the Great Grove, I may be able to reopen. Yes? And you see this orc speaks in, she does speak in Orcish. She talks in Orcs. And she looks at Valancy. Says, they are from your world. And Valancy talks in Orc and says, it's a little broken. But she says, yes, they're from my home. There's some darkness. And you see this orc says, I think I understood some. And she walks up, looking at the orcs, looking at Bordak. Like, almost like wanting to reach for Bordak's skin. You have...
When she does that, I'm gonna sneeze.
Okay. She...
I'm like, achoo! I was like, sorry, it's cold.
Oh, yes.
You know?
We need to go ahead, call the chieftain. And you see Kerrigan send this hawk, or you see this white elf, or we'll say Valancy says, Kerrigan, send the hawk out for the chief. You see the hawk takes off as Kerrigan says, claw forth the allies. And it'll call out one time and goes flying toward the west. We shall get you clothing and anything, possibly food that you might need. We'll figure this out. You might have a chance, maybe. And you see this elf say, yes, there's small chance, but we could possibly reopen the rift. It might need help, but... She looks over at Valancy. Valancy, this is really close compared to last time. Instead, you could be able to go home again. Return with these fellow Solarians. Yes? Valenci looks at all of y'all. But what about our mission? I suppose this Valenci's choice. And, well, speaking of clothing, I'm gonna go and get mine. And she starts going, leaving the two elves and carrying with y'all. And
So,
you see, this
what happened to our gear?
Valenci is like, I don't know. Most of the time, when people are pulled from other worlds, at least from all that we experienced, we don't know what happens when they return, but when they arrive with nothing. So they might be back at your world, or back in Solar. Or they might be lost to whatever in between lies here. You see this horse just kind of move over. Starts looking at Tarnik's horse.
When that happened, or when she says that, I'm gonna just gasp and then like scream so loud. I'm like, ah!
Valenci and the rest
What's
look.
wrong with you?
It can be quite overwhelming. I'm sorry.
All of our stuff is gone. That means I had so many potions and items and everything that I need for medicines, and it's all gone.
Panic looks at Cub and just,
Yeah. Well, you could have done something about that. There's a forest there. I'm sure there's stuff you could use.
and he waves his club around.
Gotta think outside the box, Cub.
I was like, there are things that I should not have seen, and this is one of those things. As I point down your nether region, I'm like,
Oh yeah, you're that height, aren't you?
Yes, he is.
I was like, and you know what? I'm done with this. I'm gonna go ahead and wild shape into a wolf and just stay there.
As
But just kind of lowers his head and closes his eyes and just kind of shakes it.
as you see the hawk fly back, making circles in the sky, you see they're riding horses, but you see them off in the distance. These orcs start coming toward y'all, and pretty much just kind of walk and eventually stop. And you see a lot of them carrying extra supplies, and there's a few dozen of them, but I'm not going to put them all on there. But they all surround the group and stop a couple of yards away. And they all look, and one of them steps down from the horse and starts walking. As this horse just moves back around Valine and keeps snorting at the Tarnik's horse Shiv there. And you see one of them walk up to Tarnik and Bordok and says, "Well met. As he has some of the people hand him some clothing. "We have brought you some clothing, winter clothing. Please feel free to take whatever you need." And they set them down in front of y'all.
Thank you. I start handing out clothes, checking sizes, make sure I find the right clothes for the right person.
And after a few minutes...
Sorry, Cub. We don't have short clothes. May have to be a wolf for a while.
Yeah, you see these other dire wolves just kind of walking about. Little wolf will try to calm them down, and Wolf says, "Alright, so you said we can try to get back home. That's the most important thing right now. I don't like this area at all, one bit. Cold. Elves everywhere." She spits on the ground. Valency just stares at the spit. And, you see Feline. Quite rude, Nida. We just rescued you from purple worm here. You would have all frozen to death, probably. It's like, circumstances. And what type of abomination are you? As Kerrigan looks over and stares at her. I am no abomination. And says, we might be different. Different skin color. But I suspect we are the same, you and I. We're all orcs here, except for our friends. Says, I would suggest that you not be so rude should you want to return home. Feline is the only one that has been learning. Aside from Hector. But Hector is not here right now.
Grab some
What's
clothes,
a Hector?
give it to her. Get dressed.
She takes it. Feline looks over. Hector, smart. Knows how convergence works. He's come one time since he's left, a few months ago. Saw him at the borders. Yes? He said he's gathered cult, or groups of people, but he's also understanding converges little better. But gave me ideas, and I can learn from feeling the magic. And I feel convergence is still powerful here. So, good chance that you can come home. If not, you stuck here with us forever. Well, not forever, but maybe until next Convergence Rift. But we don't know where all Convergence Rifts go to.
That makes sense.
Where's this Hector fella? Shall we go find him?
No, we better not go too west. Enemies there. Mini enemies. Blue dragons and such.
Wolf, 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 wolf.
You see this?
He's trying to say, as I say, he's like, look, your dream to kill a dragon.
Tarnik's looking at
I
him.
realize I'm wait, I'm in wolf form.
Yeah. Tarnik's looking at his club going, do you reckon I can do any damage to a dragon with this thing?
Probably not. Yes, Cub, you're right. It is his dream.
Some of the orcs just walk out as everybody's getting clothing, and you see this particular main orc just says, if a club could bring down that dragon, we would have a lot of our problems solved. But there's an enormous amount of enemies forming from the south. Many dragon bloods marching. Visions I've seen. It says, but for now, you can follow us to our campsite. It's only a couple of miles. We were wondering where this power source was going to come from. And luckily we were able to figure it out in time. We didn't know that you would come through it. Unfortunately, it seems that it was closed before you could at least travel back. This creature came with it. I believe that, if I'm guessing right, looks over Feline, probably from the same area that it was pulled from that pulled you. Aileen looks at the creature, then looks back at them. Says, "Aye, yes, I do believe same world. Probably pulled from around same area. Though this convergence seems a bit different." As she's like reading some residue and other stuff that seems to be coming off of this creature and walking around where the teleportation looking thing was, the portal. And she returns. It seems that also convergence rift, this one particularly, he has something different. I don't understand the aura coming off, but seems perhaps location, but maybe something to do with time. Why this creature was mangled when it came through. Yes? And you see this construct like start going on with his eye, and this is affirmative. Time. Disruption. Different. Does not follow process from recorded archives. You see this female walk over and says, "What could this mean?" And we see Valanthi. "I don't know. Maybe Skeletor is starting to dabble into something to do with time, and if that's true, then maybe he's trying to manipulate different portals to seek out more of these creatures to aid him in his army. But for the most, let's go ahead and focus and see if we can get these people back home, shall we?" And she looks over at Bordek and Tarnik and Cub and the rest of the group and says, "Well, if you wish, you can follow us back to the camp. We can talk more, and Faylene will stay here with some of the orcs in order to figure out what she might be able to do to help you get back home."
Very well. Lead on.
I see two of the orcs start following as you see the construct remain. Kerrigan will follow behind Valanthi. And did it not come in here? Guess I forgot to put it up there. Never mind. We're gonna go ahead and remove these. And we're gonna say y'all came here. Tents everywhere. And you arrive at the campsite, and you see about almost 200 different orcs gathered around the tent area. Larger tents, so I'm not going to put a whole bunch of tents out, but you arrive in one of the larger tents in the middle, and the group that stays behind, most of the other orcs eventually start also heading that way to that particular area. And they seem to be more like shamans of sorts. Some of them are talking about, you understand orc, so you can understand them. The accent's a little bit different, but they're talking about a loss that they had, something that happened toward the west, and they talk about if they think that Valanthi the Uniter will be able to even stand against them, and if they speak about storm or frost giants, and if the frost giants will unite with them, or if they will stand as enemies against the coming Dragonblood armies and the elves that are trying to conquer them. But aside from that, Valanthe will go into the tent and invites everyone in. Kerrigan standing next to her. Guards remain outside the tent area, and she says, "You are welcome to come in. Feel free. We have some rations, and we were actually having breakfast before we felt the strong pull of the convergence. If you're hungry, we're happy to share all the food that we can. Feel free to eat whatever you want." And she starts pointing over to places where there was food cooking, and it's quite nice setup, orcish in style. And she looks over at Tonic and Bordak, and I guess Cub is as a wolf.
Yeah. Yep. We didn't. I'm assuming there was nothing in his size.
There was a couple of things, but yeah.
Oh, well, then it's his choice.
He'll be chilling with some dire wolves, I guess. As Grom is just thinking about things. Oh, go ahead.
I'll revert back and then get on the clothes itself directly.
Valanthe sits on what seems to be like a makeshift orc style, like maybe wooden chair. There's furs everywhere for warmth. And it is fairly warm in here. The heat keeping y'all pretty hot and pushing away the cold from in here. It's very, how do you say it? Oh my god, not solid. But anyway, the Grom just kind of walks up. Do what now? Insulated. There we go. Yes, insulated. That's what I was trying to say. Grom walks up and says, "Other worlds? Oh, I never saw of other worlds. And
What have I?
says, Grumthar will walk up and it's like, well, we need to return home. We have to stop the withered one." Valanthe will be like, "What is the withered one?"
The one burning your home.
And she looks over. "Burning my home?"
Well, from my understanding, he lived a very long time ago, destroyed our world as we knew it, and then disappeared. And now he's back to destroy it again. So the people of Solaire have decided to join forces to try to defeat him.
Including the...
More likely those weakling humans and elves needed the orcs' strength to defeat this enemy. Ganosh sent me dreams. I saw the world burning, and this lich thing was at the head of it. It is our job, our desire, our duty to take this thing down. If you can get us back there, we can do it.
You see Kerrigan walk up and put a hand on Valanthe's shoulder. "Perhaps it is time for you to return." And Valanthe looks down on the ground. I can't. I have nothing to return to. I don't have people. I left my people because of what they did to me. The elves around where I lived were similar to the ones you describe here, but more vicious. They were not like the normal elves of the rest of the world of Solaire. But at the same time, I can't fathom
What it would be like to think that Solar would be destroyed.
And she looks up at Tarnik.
Tell me of the destruction. How much has already been destroyed? Who? What all do you know?
I know this withered one has armies of demons and devils and orcs and all sorts of evil things. Lots of undead.
Undead. There had not been undead in Saleh for so many years. All this happened in the span of 1 year.
I don't know.
That and more.
I don't know the time frame. I just...
The Orclands were untouched. Most of it happened in Polaria.
The Orclands. The Orclands were currently invading Leolandra. The war was raging since they decided to focus on the Leolandrians and not the humans. But then we also have some of the Leolandrians who also have taken a few of the lands in Caradosis. You mean the war has stopped? The Leolandrians have united with the Orc Union as well.
Yeah, I don't remember that part. Is that what happened?
You can roll a
The
history.
uni-
You can roll a history if y'all want.
The king of the orcs in our world is trying to do that, exactly that.
Will that work for you?
History? 17? Yeah. So Bordek, most of the orcs would know that over 200 years ago, the Leolandran area was, some of it was conquered more toward the south. Not Elandra, but Leolandra, more to the south. One city was constantly in war, tried to hold up for some time. And currently there are a different sect of orcs that are to the north that still linger in that particular area. But it was more about 250 years ago that this war actually took place, and it had settled down quite a bit after that.
Yeah. Did the orcs win?
No, the orcs didn't win, but there was one city that did end up falling, but that wasn't until maybe 100 years later. So it's for y'all would be about 100 years in the past, and then the war didn't start until 250 years ago for Solar. But Valanthe would look at Tarnik and says,
The king, there's only one king. So, I hear that he's rather ruthless and would never align with elves of Elandra or Leolandra. He controls all of the orc unions.
I don't know if he controls them, but he's trying to unify them. King Otterborg.
King
I think that's how you say it.
she looks confused.
Did you say that the war just started when you were brought here?
Says yes, the war had just begun. It's been about 20 years.
That was 250 years ago.
She looks completely confused. Yeah, I remember hearing rumors before I decided to completely remove myself from the world. I remember in the villages I used to hide and watch. They talked of the war in Lealandra. It was 20 years.
250 years ago. There's been
Well, didn't you say something about time and those convergences?
And Van Lancey looks down, and Kerrigan is like,
Failing to mention. And there was some sort of time aura thing, whatever that means.
and Van Lancey looks up.
You are from the future, then from where I am. Then the orcs have sought to have peace with the elves.
There's still conflict between the elves and the orcs. Some are trying to change that.
Does King Otterbug
Both sides.
says,
Looks at Kerrigan.
so this King Otterbug is actually trying to find peace.
More than likely, he's like all politicians and just wants power for himself. Never believe a politician's words.
As I come to realize that many people I trusted, perhaps when I was in Solare, I shouldn't have, but then I was brought here about a year ago. Same as you all were. No clothing, no weapons, taken away from my home once more. My animals left to die of starving probably, unless the only friend I knew were able to find them. Since then we've been fighting a war, trying to unite the orcs here, trying to unite the giants and the other races that still linger in Norskol. I decided to stay here.
And she looks over at Kerrigan. And Kerrigan seems to walk over and grab Valanci's hand.
Perhaps, though, it is time to save your home. If this is true and there's destruction in Solare, you won't have a home to go to. I would not leave
If you
things unfinished.
She looks over at Bordak.
if you stay here, you'll be safe from that. You could do as much good here as you could back at home. Maybe more so.
You sound like the great shift in here.
And she smiles. And
Says wise words. I remember when my parents were first murdered by humans, giants, and orc. The orcs were very different back then. Of course, the humans were wild. And the giants, no hill giants. All of them attacked our lone farm. It was just me and my parents. But maybe there has been change then.
then she walks up to Bordak.
I tried not to hate different races for what they are. When I arrived here, I have anger for orcs, but then I realized that we were from different worlds.
As she looks over at Kerrigan.
We're all unique. Our entirety of our race does not define who we are individually. And because of that, then I can have hope that the world of Solar will be safe. At first, if it's true that this is, at least for my timeline, 200 years in the future, then I will save this area. I will not return. If Aileen can learn how to work these portals, I will have her return me back to my timeline, and I will have preparations ready against this withered one. Whoever he is, I all know is 200 years in the future. Plenty of time to prepare. I do not turn my back on those that I care for, so I will not return with you, but I will get you back home so you can carry the battle on. This I make a vow on.
And she looks at Bordak and Tarnik and Cub and the rest of the group.
And he nods to her. I will give you all the information that we have on the withered one. The rest will be up to you.
And she nods and says,
For now, rest.
and you see Kerrigan and Valancy just kind of sit together as the yeah, y'all can do whatever y'all want currently. Volsa is going to just look over at Valancy, look over at you, and it's like,
So what about this world? Orcs fighting with elves?
Valancy looks up.
And says, elves here are very different, I suppose, from the rest of Elandria and Leolandria. There's only my small sect of elves that were rather violent. But in this world, it seems that the elves are the ones who conquer, the ones with power, the ones who are pushing the orcs and cornering
It
them.
sounds just like our world. The elves are invading our lands with the humans. They killed my clan. I think they killed Grunthar's clan.
This is
The elves are violent. The elves are nasty. The elves are damned in my eyes.
Valancy looks down in the ground and says,
Did my elves... I can't believe that my elves, the ones in my region, would be strong enough to conquer the rest. The Elandrian continent has never warred with anyone. They've always kept to themselves, at least from what I've heard. I wasn't part of them. Leolandra, perhaps. Leolandra's different. Our elves...
They're all elves. They're all the same.
Kerrigan will look over at Tarnik. So I thought that once too. But if it wasn't for Valancy, all these orc cannons would have fallen long ago. We wouldn't have had anyone to help us. She walked through fires in order to gain the respect of these clans, and because of that, we have been able to push back against the invading armies and the true evil groups. And she looks at Valancy again, and then at the rest of the people, and say,
I don't understand the world of Solar, but I suspect all the worlds have some sort of war and politics. So I can't really talk on it, but I know who Valanthi is, and she's not the same as any other elves.
You can tell. She reminds me of a group of elves that lived near us when I was growing up.
and she looks over.
A group of elves that lived in the Orc lands.
Yes.
I've heard of elves in the Orc lands, but they're not part of the Lelandrian or Elandrian continents. They're different. I heard stories of them being creatures that warred with the orcs, that they were a different kind. And then from them separated another, darker type of elf through divine lore, at least. Elves that retreated into the underground. The elves that originated from Creodus's dark elves. But there were first elves of the forests as well. But then they became savage. And I suspect the ones that killed my parents were similar. They worked with humans, orcs, and giants, as I said. But I can well, at least, in my opinion, I can see the difference between cultures and which ones can be changed. She looks, tell me, your name was Bordek.
Yes.
Tell me of these elves.
Bordek.
What made them different?
They were only trying to take care of the land. My chief thought it would be good to work with them. It was the only way we survived. We learned from them and they learned from us.
Then I must believe that there is hope, that there is a ability to unite the orcs of Solar and the elves of Elandria, and at least from what I know, Elandrian elves are more peaceful than Leolandrians. But Leolandrians were the reason in the war was...
She moves over to Tarnik.
The reason the war started was because they were invaded first by the orcs. But like I said, I don't know. I wasn't there. Orcs never reach Elandria. Elandria has always been considered the stronger of the two, though the Elandrian elves are more fighters than Elandrians. But for whatever it's worth, I'm sorry that this happened to your family as well. At least I can understand the pain. I understand it from the loss of mine. If I were
Alex looking very confused and out of place at the moment. This is all new information and he's really struggling to process it.
She finishes with,
if I return and I hear that I am back in my own timeline, well then, it seems not only do I have information of whatever this withered one is, but it seems that I have a goal. Should I return, I will do my very best to open up the minds of the elves, and perhaps there can be unity, if it's true that you are, at least in the future. I don't know exactly at what time it is, but I'll know that it's somewhere within the war of whatever this withered one is doing. Seek me out, and I will aid you, and I will open arms with whatever power that I'm able to. If I survive these 200 years, I will try to talk to the elves of Elandria, and even maybe Leolandra, so that we can unite an actual harmony for our world, and that there will be no murdering of each other. And I will do my very best to survive in this war.
and she looks over at Tonic and the rest of you on Bordak. And she says,
Vilanthe, remember that name.
And she'll go back to Kerrigan. And Kerrigan looks at Valancy and shakes her head.
You never stop. Always getting yourself into other things, aren't you?
And she shrugs.
I suppose. It's my nature.
And
She says, for now, yes, I'm gonna go for a walk and see. Maybe I'll talk to Faylene. Feel free to stay for the day.
oh, and she says,
Well, hello there.
she looks over at Cub. And Kerrigan just lingers behind. Valancy walks out, closes the door, or closes the flaps behind, and disappears off in the distance, heading for Valine. So it's up to y'all what y'all want to do. Currently, food smells good. Kerrigan stays behind. There's some guards outside.
Anik would go up to the guards on the outside and say,
Where's the quartermaster? Where's the armory? Where can we get replacements?
One of them looks over at you and says, "We traveled far from Draghall. Maybe 3 or 4 days back. We have armors there, but if you wish, we have a few swords and spears that we can lend you."
That would be good. I don't think this club is going to do much good.
He
throws
looks
the branch on the ground.
and smiles. No, I don't think it will do good at all. Yes, I will have some people bring you some weapons. What do you prefer?
I like my reach.
2 axes.
He hears that from inside, I guess. It's like, 2
I
axes.
eavesdrop on all my people.
And
I gotta make sure that they're okay.
and he nods and all right, I'll have my people bring you. Give me about an hour to gather the things. I will go talk and see what spares we have.
Thank you.
He'll walk off. So 2 of the other guards stay behind.
Tynick will go back into the fire. I'm guessing there's a fire inside.
Yeah, this is
Sit
hot.
down. Yeah, so he's just sitting there
Imagine.
pondering everything that he's just learnt.
You see
Trying to
Volsa.
process it all.
I see you and Volsa. Volsa is just like moving back and forth in the tent. Meh. Different worlds.
Relax.
Different worlds. And strange things and elves. Don't tell me to relax. Do I look relaxed?
There's nothing we can do until they fix the portal.
And what if they don't fix it?
So for now,
I'm gonna stay
then we
here
will
with
find
you.
a way.
I gotta stay here and listen to you for the rest of my life. In a strange
That's
world.
a problem.
Oh,
That's a problem, woman.
Yes, I had to stare at your face.
Grumthar is like,
I bend over a little bit, sticking my face a little closer to hers. And that's a problem.
Yes, I don't like looking at ugly.
Mm-hmm.
she like,
You better not go near a mirror.
she like gasps. How dare you? She walks out, and Little Wolf is like just laughing, and Grumthar is gonna walk over and like sit down, and it's like,
So strange. Different worlds. I never thought of other worlds. It's a lot to take in.
If we can't get home, we're gonna have to decide what to do from here.
And
Should we lend our aid to these people?
as you're talking, also,
What's
everybody also feels of any god that they're following. Y'all feel that broken link. It's not completely broken, but it's like spider web. A little tiny web of presence that you feel and never felt before. If y'all been following gods this long, y'all feel a little bit different. It feels like if the attachment to your god is not there except for that little strand.
Hanging on by a small sliver of a thread.
Especially for you, Cub.
Damn it.
Oopsie.
Yeah, Cub, you would feel it probably the most, that separation of the land. Though, you can roll a either an religion or maybe perception as well.
Okay.
And while you do that, I'll be right back.
Perception or nature.
1 second.
Okay.
Okay.
Religion or
Take a coffee
perception?
break.
Okay. So before I can do that, I'm gonna do my enhance ability.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I get advantage for my rolls. So that was going to be my wisdom, religion, advantage. That's stupid.
Look in the mirror. Ouch. Cub. I give you
I know
guidance.
that's-
All right, I'm back.
Mm-hmm. Tarnic
That was
wants to have
so good.
coffee.
Oh, coffee. And what Cub roll?
An 8.
Oh, an 8. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just feel like everybody else right now, currently, just that thin strand. And,
I'm like, I don't believe it. I won't believe it. I'm gonna retry again. I want to I was like, this strand is like, I feel. It's like I don't like this. The feeling like this strand is there. I want to retry. I want to make sure that.
I'm gonna walk up to Cub.
I know what you're feeling. I feel it too. Close your eyes, relax. Put your hands on the earth. Reach out and try again. Perhaps maybe you can connect better that way.
I mean, it's worth a shot, right?
there we go.
Calm your mind. I don't know how long we'll be here. Hopefully not long. Just try to relax. I'll see what I can do to get us home.
And I'm gonna go back to wherever. I'm gonna go follow the. What's her name? To the portal.
Oh, you Valanthe?
Weapons. Wherever she went, I was gonna go follow her.
Okay. So, yeah, you can trail behind, which
guess
eventually you would arrive, yeah, where you see Faylene and Luna passes y'all by and she says, "Oh, hello," and smiles.
Hello.
And she says,
think Feline is starting to figure out something. You can ask her. I'm a little hungry.
And she's like, Valency nods, okay. And Luna just keeps going forward. And she'll eventually look over and see Cub when she steps in. And she kind of looks at Cub for a little while. And she says, "Hello."
Hello?
And she says, hopefully everything is okay. I wanted to ask you. I feel a sense from you. You almost feel like maybe you're like me. And
How?
As you see her, you can see like that she has these gold and blue eyes and stuff as she stares at you. She says, "I don't know, but there's some sort of, I feel like there's a connection." And she says, Do you play with powers like magic from gifts of the land?
Yes. By this you mean nature magic, right?
Says, "Is that what it's called? Nature magic?"
Yes.
And she says, "I think so. I tried to ask some of the other shamans here, but all the more powerful ones, I guess, the ones that really know about it, they don't talk to me very much. Even though we've worked together now, or we've helped them, they don't trust me still. So I've never had anyone to ask."
So what do you... so my question is, what is the form of your nature magic that you can wield?
And she thinks as she stares at you.
I don't know. I know that in the grove, when we first stood against,
And she looks over at Kerrigan.
when we first fought against the Rift Spawn and
She lowers her voice.
Kerrigan's brother, I was able to always steal the form of people. At least that's what Ilris always told me. That's all I was good for. But then in the grove, it was different. It connected with me. And then I was able to change into a furry beast that wasn't the horned creature that I am.
And she looks over and says,
And then I was able to heal. I could touch Kerrigan or Valanthe or Phaline. But the grove never really told me what I was supposed to do. I just sort of wait, and when I'm really nervous and we're in battle and one of them are hurt, I just really concentrate hard. And it makes them better. I used to use other powers that were, I guess, bad. But now I can change into other creatures that I've seen.
What other creatures have you managed to transform?
I transformed into a bird once.
Do you know what kind of bird?
She says, not really. It was from the grove. We don't usually have those kinds of birds outside the grove. She says, but I don't know, I feel it sometimes from other orc shamans, but like I said, they don't really talk to me. It took me a while to befriend Kerrigan. And I think Hector always knew. He knew in the beginning. But then he left.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks at you and she says, can you transform into other creatures too?
Why, yes.
And how do you do it?
I was like, with that, it's like, well, the thing is that the lands provided to me in a dream. Along with that, when connected with the land, you are imbued with, through my growth or through the lecture that I managed to pick up on, it's imprinted on you, on your body. Let me show you. I'll stand up and I'll start to like undress, and I'll reveal like one of the tattoo symbols of the panther. That's like that's on my back itself.
And she like widens her eyes.
It's like, wow. I think the grove also imprinted something in me. So I have nature magic like the shamans do then. But I don't think I'm a shaman. But at least also I can change into different creatures I've seen, and it's not the monster.
Tell me, when you are imprinted itself, do you have a sense of the animal that imprinted on you?
Says, I don't think so. I think it was just like a root, like the ground. It touched me, and then I felt different, and then from there I learned that I could change into something else without having to.
And she looks at Kerrigan and then looks back at you.
Without having to drink blood.
Interesting.
Phelan said that I was different when I told them. When Early's always told me that that's all I would ever be, was this thing that always took other people's forms, but I was never, I don't know, I never knew who I was. But then the grove happened, and I can take my own forms now. I can control them.
Well then, I see. I'm gonna. Can I use like nature or arcana or so to like get a sense around her, to like understand like what she's kind of explaining to me?
Yeah, you can do either or.
All right. I was like, I'm gonna go with nature since that's my strong suit. Okay, 16.
Well, you at least can understand that she's talking for sure about some sort of druidic natural essence that was imbued into her. She just seems to not know how to grow it, especially from what she explained. The other orcs don't seem to trust her.
So basically, she doesn't have a grove that will put her on the path, or what type of path that is she? Is she the path of the lands, path of the beast, path of the dreams type of thing, right?
She doesn't. She doesn't have anybody to. She's never experienced anything that has to deal with that. The grove just kind of imbued her from what you're getting, but she never had anyone to explain it to her, because, as she explained, these orcs don't talk to her.
Yeah. I was like, so I'll tell. So I'll go ahead and I was like, I'll go. Oh, I don't even have my book. Damn it! I'm like, this is where I'm like, I'm like, I was like, this is even. It's like, this is basically pointless as well to me. Not no, not to you. What was her name?
I don't think she ever introduced herself, actually.
I was like, sorry, no, this is a pointless. Not pointless to you. I mean, not what I'm trying to say. Pointless on my end, because since traveled here, everything has been stripped away from my belongings, and I need my belongings, because if I don't, I can't properly assist you or help you or so. But from what I'm understanding is, you are, well, the true terms of our nature are not truly shamans, but we are druids. We commune to the land. We commune with the land itself, and it guides us and protects us.
Oh.
And grants us the powers for whatever we need.
The land gave me powers.
Yes. Now, as for the fact, from what you're saying is that you don't have a path. And the path that you don't have is basically you were not invited into a grove. I don't have a grove myself. From my understanding, my grove is destroyed, but I'm the last survivor of my grove.
Oh. I see. Well, I've always followed Vilanthe now. Is that what you mean?
No.
Oh.
By the grove, I mean is a group, or basically a group of us entwined with a certain path, a deep path. In this case, through mine is the path of dreams.
Oh.
Through our dreams, we connect through the land itself. And with our dreams, we are able to bring the lands into fruition.
Oh.
It is our dreams that will make the lands grow.
Says, do you think I'm a path of the dreams?
It's very hard to tell. My main question is, when you sleep or so, have you noticed something, a piece of your existence not ripped out, but it has been taken out from you and planted root onto the ground?
He says, oh, I don't know. I had something stop, I guess. I don't need to.
if I don't want to, I don't need to feed on blood in order to become or steal somebody's face. I dream about animals and me changing into them.
Well, we'll see.
And she's like,
For now, I'm very curious of you now. You've piqued my interest, the fact that you can provide healing arts itself.
oh,
Now, my other question is can you create a veil of darkness?
And she like, her eyes go a little wider.
darkness.
Yes.
I never thought about creating darkness.
The darkness, or with this darkness, is to shield and protect your friends or allies,
Oh,
or protect or to obscure.
I used to be able to use some stuff that earless.
Can you grow, or can you make a flower bloom and restore vitality?
Oh, I never tried that. Maybe, she says.
If you don't mind, if you don't mind, by that, I'll have to do one thing. It's like, do you have a knife on you?
She says, a knife? Yes.
And she looks in her clothing and she pulls out a small knife and hands it to you.
It's like, may I have your hand?
Okay.
It's like, trust me with this. And I'm gonna like do like a. I'm gonna slash her,
Oh, okay.
but like not too. I'm gonna like cut her, but like to where it does like at least a little bit of damage to her, and then at least like a 1d4 damage to her, but just like minimal.
Okay. And she looks with
So,
wide eyes, her gold and blue eye is like looking.
And I go, what? I was like, relax. And I'll go on as I touch the floor itself. And I'll basically activate my where is it? There it is. There, the bomb of the summer court. So I'll touch the ground basically, and as I summon basically a glowing flower, and then I'll go ahead and I'll grab a petal or so, and I'll put it on the wound itself. And then with that, it'll start. It'll provide the heal.
She says, oh, wow. Hector used to do that. He could make flowers grow.
Yes, but this one provides a healing effect.
Just, oh. So I could probably.
And I take out the. And it's like, as you see how it glows and resonates in bright light itself, this is the healing. This is the healing attribute itself.
Oh. I'll have to meditate on this. Oh.
And she smiles.
Okay. Maybe I can try it then. I will concentrate on it. I will practice on it. So a druid. I'm a druid.
Yes.
And she looks over at Kerrigan.
Luna, I'm a druid.
Kerrigan just kind of looks over. Nods. That's
That's
I go,
good.
so I go, and what is your name by chance?
And she looks over and she says,
my name is Luna.
Your name is Luna?
Yes.
and she smiles and she looks at her hand and then she like perks up a little bit. And then she looks at you. She gives you a hug.
Thank you. Thank you for your advice. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
And with that, she smiles and she kind of starts skipping over to Kerrigan. And looks over at everybody, waves. Volsa and Little Wolf just kind of talking to each other, and Grom is like sitting there. It's like also like Grumthar, just like thinking about stuff. And it's like you see him also kind of pace a little bit. Says,
I have to get it back home.
Yeah.
And yeah, Luna just sits down and will start eating.
On with that or so, since I still have that line of connection is very, very thin, I want to go ahead and try to I'm going to use my nature skill, and I'm going to try to like connect with the land itself, the whatever primordial or the land itself and everything. Try to like see if I can be able to adapt to the land and have a control within myself or within it itself directly.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me that nature, and then we'll jump over to Mr. Bordak, and I'll let you know what happens.
Ooh, much better.
Okay, awesome. Alright, I'll let you know. We're going to jump over to Bordak over here as Valanthi arrives and see this horse off in the distance. Hawk is flying over. Don't know really. Suspect that yeah, for sure somebody's hawk. But you see the little construct just walking around, and you see Valanthi has started already. Well, not Valanthi, but Faylene has started making marks on the ground, and you can see like what seems to be runes of sort. As she's drawing them with her left hand, and Valanthi stands there as you probably approach, since she kind of took off a little before you, and she looks over at you as she stands there.
Okay.
Yeah, she just looks at you.
Walked up.
I don't know if you were doing anything, so
I'm just gonna try to catch up to her and be like, "Are you sure this will get us back to where and when we were picked up? And the time?"
and she'll look back up at you and says,
I don't know. I can't answer that for you. But if anybody were able to do it, would either be Hector or Faylene. And since Hector is not here, Faylene did very well last time. Somehow she has a connection with what's going on here. I don't know what connection it has to do with these conventions rifts. But where Hector had the cognition of a genius, Baleen is wise to what it does, I suppose. Two different aspects. More so than myself, of course. I've just tried my best in order to protect them while they do what they do. Though Hector's not with us anymore. We've only seen him once since he left to the west. At the border, when we went to spy.
Why did he leave?
Not sure. It has something to do with, I guess, gathering, teaching. He was, more of the time, he was more of a thorn at my side than anything else, but he had goals. Knowledge, perhaps.
I see.
I suppose with his genius he has some sort of curiosity in the world.
That makes sense.
Intelligent people are always curious. Though they can also have problems with connections, at least from what I found out from him. Very to the point. We didn't really get off to a good start in the beginning.
She'll say.
I think the last time we met up, he was trying to find an alternative to the gods here. And I do believe he thinks that people, mortals at least, are greater in power than the gods. I think I could understand in some way.
Where we came from, Ganache has blessed us. He wanted us to go and fight this war.
I remember hearing of the god of the orcs, Ganache, and his pantheons. They were the complete opposite of ours. We followed Morthil. I guess the gods of wars, the families at wars, I suppose. Well, Ganache, at least from lore, wanted to claim land that he believed was taken from them when the great god created Solar long ago in the first age. A battle arose, and the fastest of the races that spread like wildfire was the humans and the orcs. While elves and dwarves went into the forests and in the mountains. A great war was fought between the humans and the orcs as to which lands they wanted to conquer in order to have more power. The war really started with the humans first and the orcs. Elves and dwarves mind their own business. It wasn't until they couldn't claim land over each other that the humans began to war with the dwarves. And then the orcs became to war with the elves. And I suspect it all started because the great god favored humans and Ganache favored the orcs. Why wouldn't they? It was their children, while the elves and dwarves were caught in the middle.
Yes. There's not so many wars now. There's still skirmishes between elves and orcs. I haven't heard a whole lot from the lands of men, but there hasn't been any great wars. Not for a long time.
I suppose now that this
Until
withered one has come into play, it's still in the Great War, but it seems to be uniting the people.
yes, it is. In some ways.
And Phelan says, "Ah, da. I believe I've figured out something, yes?" And she walks up, and you see this construct says,
Archive. Process recorded.
and he says, Phelan looks down at it and pats it, and little strange, but I suppose came to be useful after all. And she looks. He looks over at Bordak. Used to think I was a spy for the enemy, long time ago. I've felt in for, I guess, the rest of group stopping me. I guess little friend here wouldn't be around to help me now. Turned out great help now.
I see.
So with his help, I think I can reopen portal. But he needs links to place that you came from before. So now that the worm is dead, possibly need help from you, who are still able to link back.
What do you need?
1 night of rest.
How does rest help?
Gives me like recharge my power. And she holds one hand up to you. It's hard to do these spells that used to be easy with 2 hands. I got 1 hand now, and the very hard. Yes. It says,
Well, that's disarming.
she looks at you. This is hey, yes.
Open.
Well, I had to learn to tame the power of magic. Kind of like back in my mountain, we say that we learned to tame fire. Certain way, I learned to tame magic with 1 hand, but very hard and take lots of energy. Oh yeah, that's right.
I
Huh?
can imagine. Does Bordak know? I can't remember. I know Elsalor know, but trying not to
Yeah, I think
panic him.
And Valancy will just go ahead and says, "Oh, go ahead."
Yeah, no, I was just going to say that during the initial meeting, when Tarnik refused to bow to the kings and everything like that, I think the name was mentioned in that meeting.
Did they know
When
the
the
name
elves-
of? Did they
When
know
the
his
elves were
name?
there telling them what was going on.
Mhm.
Trying to
And you
think.
believe that the name was mentioned?
Yeah.
Trying to think. Yeah, I think he might have been. Yeah, Anam.
But Tarnik wouldn't, because he wasn't paying much attention. He was just very focused on the elves in the room and making sure they didn't do anything wrong.
Exactly. I can always count on Tarnik to do that.
Yeah.
Valancy will smile at Bordak, and she'll like nods.
Well, it seems that you may be able to go home after all.
Yes.
I told you.
Are you going now?
And she looks confused.
What do you mean, going now?
You said you were going to return.
He says, no. My priorities are currently with Kerrigan. I promised her. And, I promised these people. I promised that I would try my best to unite the Frost Giants now, and that is my next task. Once they're united, I plan to gather all the allies of this land and make the largest army in Northclaw. With Vorak at my side now and Kerrigan, I believe that can be possible.
And she looks, she stands a while as she kind of stares, and her hair is kind of flowing. Faylene is tracking back toward the tent. Some of the orcs are walking around, keeping an eye and making sure that all is good here. And you see Ale. Well, you don't know the horse's name, but he walks up, snorts around, but goes over to Valanci's side.
Says, I didn't trust people at all. Maybe like your friend Tarnik. At least I can sense in the way he speaks. I was like him. I didn't want to go near this group when I first got here. I didn't trust anyone because of the things that had happened to me from my own race and humans and all those evil things that happened to me as I was left alone after my parents were gone. But I don't know what it was, but Kerrigan, I do believe others tried to connect with me, maybe even when Luna tried to get me when everybody was having a conversation in the little cabin when we first arrived here. But it wasn't until I met Kerrigan that things began to change. She risked when she didn't need to. She helped me and the group when she didn't need to, putting herself in danger's way. I started to see things differently then. Starting to have a hope that maybe people were different compared to what I'd grown up to know. Just, I'm only 75 years old. Not very old,
As she keeps walking.
Young for an elf.
Yes.
And when you start to think about it, you see her and you can tell that she's in human years, at least from what you know, and even in orc years, she's probably she looks around 19 or so. But you can also sense that she has some sort of wisdom behind her. For 75 years, I guess elves have a different way of looking at things.
Right. I learned that I loved, and I fell in love with Kerrigan. So she is a mate, and she is my love, and I will do anything for her, including if that means uniting and freeing her people.
I understand that.
This is
Oh, go ahead.
When my wife and daughter were killed, it took me a long time to trust anyone. And then these people came into my life. And now that there is a purpose greater than my own, I chose to trust them. So I understand.
She looks at you, smiles. She does like a big smile. She doesn't seem to be a smiler, but you can see a little bit of the corner of her lips kind of lift up a little bit, and she says,
Well, perhaps something out there in the world brought us all together. It seems that we all have some sort of tragedy.
and she looks off into the sky.
Morthiel is the one I follow, but here I found the great bear, Bornir. He helped me, guided me, and helped me unite the clans together. He helped me walk through fire, stand in the fire. So I believe that there is something greater.
And then she looks at you and says,
Sometimes I don't even feel like I am myself. Sometimes I feel that I am some sort of character in a story, being led by some other force that is unseen.
and
I understand that.
and she, as she's arriving, y'all first see Faylene enter into the tent. And she says, good news. I think I can figure out how to get everyone back home. It will require some rest, but I think we have good probability. I test everything, and all the senses that I gained and visions, I think I can reopen, but I need links from everyone that was back from home, which is your home. Luna's like, oh, that's wonderful. And Karen looks about, says, what will you require? Says, yeah, I must have the night to rest, and I think I may need help from all you. Perhaps to help, I can guide you in what will be needed. Probably from essence, maybe little blood, maybe some strength, different sort of tests. Yes. As she looks at Cub and the rest of the people in here, Graham is like, okay, anything to get us back home. And Grumthar's like, stands up. Yes. Whatever you need, as long as we return. Right, Tonic?
What will guarantee us a successful return? How much do you need?
He says, let me rest.
I'm quite happy to drain Cub's blood.
He says, oh, no. And at that, Luna looks at you too. But she says, no, not required for you to drink blood. I just need little blood from each one you to create link back to your world. But I must have rest tonight, and I will tell you all that you will need morning time. And I believe we will get you back home. And at that point, Valanthi and Bordak would probably walk in. And you see this little construct walk up to Tarnik. And then 3-foot construct looks up with his one eye and says, probability 75%.
I don't know what that word means.
It talks funny, yes?
Maybe. How do we get to 100%?
And it says, be very strong, and I don't mess up. Which I will try my best not to mess up. But I think I can do it. Once I have rest, I will at least get it a little bit higher. And it just blinks and says, probability 90%.
That's better.
Luna's like,
I don't know what numbers matter, but I hope you all do good.
and she looks over at all the orcs as she's like, she's getting a little bit of food. She's eating some meat. And she says, you know,
I met so many different orcs here. I think orcs are the most populated races, I guess, in the world. You know, we had someone from a different world. His name was Booker.
Orcs are great. Orcs should be the main race everywhere.
And Luna's like, oh.
Waste of idiocy. Just kidding.
Luna,
I remember that I remember that like very, very quietly as it's like orcs are the superior race. I'm like orcs are, it was like race of stupidity.
And Luna actually looks over at Grom and is like, I've never seen that race before.
Centaur.
Grom's like,
No. Minotaur.
That's the one. Minotaur.
I knew it was one of the two.
the little wolf is like,
I thought he was just a cow.
Cow.
Luna's like,
He does kind of look almost like what I think I seen a cow be.
Valanthe just looks.
Well, we shouldn't probably annoy our guests.
And she looks at Grom, and then little wolf walks up and says,
As long as we can get home. It's too cold for me here.
And Volsa's like,
Yes. Too cold. And too bright. This snow stings my eyes. I need to get out of here. I was not meant for the cold. If you ever bring me to a cold place again.
she looks over at Bordak.
I'm going to take your head.
And I'll hold his arms.
Luna's like,
Feel the love. I really do.
Luna's like, ooh. Orcs seem more... Well, no, I guess they seem normal in all the worlds.
she like nods and says,
So do you need our help?
Phelan says,
No. I think just them. But just in case any creatures pop out of the rift once it gets created, might need in order to protect them, they must concentrate.
Luna's like,
Oh,
she smiles,
I can do that.
and you see her nails grow into claws. And Valanthe says,
Don't worry. We'll make sure that you all get home. I will not let any creatures touch you while I am alive. I will hold the line should any creature come out of those... Well, at least the one convergence.
and this Phelan is just, wait, well then, I'm going to my tent. If you need me for anything, don't disturb me. I need to rest and make sure that I get home for these people. Yes? Not me, but them. It's like Valanthe nods, and then she like walks out. And then, aside from that, Valanthe looks at everybody and says,
Well, feel free to be... Well, be comfortable wherever you are. This is open to everyone. And I'm going to catch a little bit of rest myself. I must meditate. I need to ask questions for our own path. We're still heading a little bit to the northwest. Our next objective is to speak with the Frost Giants. And so far, that has not gone very well.
and Kerrigan moves over and she says,
Don't worry. If anybody can make them listen, it's you.
And you see her hold Valanci's hands and cups them in both of hers. And
If you need me, I'll be in the dark brown tent.
they both walk out, leaving y'all in the tent with Luna just munching down. She throws a piece of meat toward the construct. The construct just looks at it, and she like bites into the meat, and then the construct will lift it and pretend to try to bite it. But yeah, anything particular that y'all want to do as far as you, Cub, though? I would say that with that nature, trying to figure out what's going on with the land, while you're concentrating on that, trying to figure out what this land's about, I'd say that you see like a vision, but it seems like the vision swallows you into the ground. You see, as you go deeper into the ground, you can see almost like a map of ley lines around and about this area, maybe for a few hundred miles, maybe less. You're not sure, but you can see wherever they meet at certain points above them, there seemed to be some sort of energy, maybe something similar to what you saw, what you remember this portal that had opened up came from. And as you are peering into this, it seems suddenly as if you feel a pressure, like a sense of something trying to open the veil of your mind, pushing it and tearing it apart. And suddenly you see what seems to be like a large lizard eye staring at you. And then your vision seems to pull back. And as it pulls back, you start to see that this is a scaly eye, blue scales. And eventually, the further you pull back, you see that it is like a large maw. And finally, you figure out that this thing is not a lizard, it's a dragon that seems to just be blinking at you. And says,
What is this? More visitors. More champions being summoned to try to stop us. It is futile.
and then your vision just gets pulled back. And then you're back in the tent.
I was trying to want to reach out to it and be like, no, I do not come here to stop you. I come to I want to return home. As I'm being pulled back itself directly.
Okay. Maybe you start at the beginning of like your first words as you are being pulled back, but don't quite get to finish.
Yeah.
So hopefully all that it heard was, no, we're not here to stop you.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's all I'm gonna message out. Just like, and as I go, as I snap back out of existence, I was like, okay. Oh, this is interesting.
We guess anybody that's around would probably. Are you saying that loud enough for people to hear you?
No, I'm more keeping that to myself.
Okay.
Like, So like I'm talking to myself about that. I was like, this is interesting. It's like, so from gathering what I'm understanding is that this has more strong to the dragon's, this is a dragon's domain. This is what I'm kind of like thinking about, like just from connecting to the land and understanding the feline. This is what I'm understanding is like this feline is in direct contact with a dragon itself, and like we are in his domain space.
Yeah, that's the
where
best. Yeah, I would say that that's the best that you could probably garner. The rest would be up to Josh, should he ever return. The DM philosopher. All right. Let me see. What do we have here? Make sure I get all this correctly. Oh. Never mind. She still does need a little bit of blood from the worm, at least. Okay, cool. Alrighty. If y'all want to do anything else before for the night and stuff, just let me know. Otherwise, yeah. You just see the rest of the orcs for the rest of the day before evening starts hitting and the true temperature drop starts hitting. The wind starts picking up a bit. Snow flurries falling. You are not used to this kind of cold, so yeah, you can sense it. Volsa just like glaring at Bordak. And she goes back into the tent to stay warm. Luna, amazingly enough, does not wear winter clothing. She's just kind of walking around in normal clothing. Doesn't seem to be affected at all. But off in the distance, you can see that the Vorak huddling around with Valancy and Kerrigan, and some of the other, what might be, at least you can recognize being orcs, other chieftains, and they seem to be just talking about plans and drawing maps and such, while the dire wolves are being handled by Little Wolf and making sure that they don't do anything too crazy. I guess the Displacer Beast is with you. What was his name again? How do you spell it?
I knew before you asked.
Oh, you did?
I guess,
Rogoth. Named after my chieftain who passed away.
Sweet. If you want to, you can click on the little sprocket above him, and where it says nameplate, you can put it right there when it opens the little dialog box.
Oh, there we go.
But aside from that, yeah, the little construct will walk away. Claw will come and sit down every once in a while. Luna will practice some stuff in the tent, since it was sort of theirs. She's just chilling now. She walks in every now and then.
I was like, I think I'll probably spend my time a little bit more with Luna.
Okay.
Try to give her at least a bit more juridic advice.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, Luna seems very open to it, and will try to learn from you. Trying to do her things. She possibly tries to do her first, what do you call it, druid craft. And with success, as you are able to at least teach her certain things. And she will look excitedly to Tarnik and says, "Look, I can make flowers."
That's useless.
She looks back at the flower. Oh. Huh.
Like,
And she says,
don't listen to that yet.
she's like, it says, I wonder what would
Hector had said he used to do flowers all the time. I think we killed some giant creature once. I remember that.
Hector's another orc.
No, he could be overbearing sometimes, or maybe, I don't know. He was very angry when he first got here. Kind of snappy.
Gee, you wonder. Him and my idiot friend over there would probably get along. He gets snappy all the time.
Oh. Maybe Hector could have made him some flowers.
Yeah, that would just piss him off even more.
I wonder who would be more angry.
I'm just typing up. So keep talking.
Okay. And
It's
yeah,
like,
she'll eventually learn druidcraft and maybe what is the thing that she can't do? Oh, she'll finally learn how to do maybe a, let's say, oh, maybe she can control flames.
ooh, okay. Yeah, I don't have any of that.
She'll use your
You don't even have your spell book.
yeah, with you guiding her, she starts to just get that attunement of learning of what's going on. Hey, well, what do you know? Y'all might be in the next novel.
Nice.
With that, I will also help her to. I'll be like, okay. So now she has that as well.
Well, night falls.
And
eventually.
along with that, I'm gonna also like. He's like, do you want to see something really awesome though?
And she says, sure.
And then it's like, first create a bed of. I want you to create a little small field of flowers.
And she'll do that.
Set it on fire.
It's like, no. And then while you do that, I'm gonna also do my ritual, and I'm gonna end up creating my find familiar, or to create my and I'm gonna create Tico again.
Oh, okay. Tickle.
And then I'm like, and there you go.
Oh.
And then in the little font.
She looks at it and it's like, wow, you can make creatures too.
Oh, this one's my companion itself.
Oh, he's your
He's like,
companion.
yeah, he's more of a spirit companion, but he is a creature
Oh, like
that's
Claw.
bonded. Yes.
Kerrigan has a familiar. Claw.
Yeah, this is my familiar, Tico.
And she like starts petting it. And then she'll is it like a cat or is it like an actual has the little tentacles?
It's another baby displacer beast.
Oh. She won't transform into that. but she like pets it. And then continuing on, yeah, the night falls and it gets colder. The wind seems to pick up quite a bit, and it seems like it's gonna lift the tent up, but somehow it holds. And Luna,
I guess before. Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna grab a couple extra, skin, the blankets or skins or whatever they use. I was gonna take them to Bolza and toss them on her. I
Ah.
didn't even ask. I'm just gonna throw them on her.
yeah, she's trying to get close to the fire and she's sleeping there, completely just off into
Shivering.
La La Land.
I'm just gonna throw them on her anyway.
If Cub is sleeping in there, depending, after he's done teaching Luna and stuff, Luna will actually try to go to sleep near him, and somewhere during the night, she would probably actually cuddle up with him. And then let's see, Valenci and Kerrigan will probably go do their own thing. So, with that,
I'll at least end it with, before I go to bed, I'll at least make some more. I'll make some good berries, so that'll last 24 hours.
okay.
Teach her that spell.
Huh?
Teach her that spell. I'm pretty sure she can do that. Then she can help everybody.
I'll take a good berry.
Yeah, teach her Goodberry. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Hey, Goodberry has saved our butts at least lots of times here.
Yep.
That's all right.
Sure,
Valenci actually already knew that anyway. So, but yeah, you could teach her. So, as the night moves forward, and the wind picks up a little bit, and the cold chill tries to find its way in, everybody still sleeps and has whatever dreams everybody's dreaming about. But yeah, and Cub, you would probably feel the warmth of Luna next to you as she like curls up and cuddles up to you, spooning up next to you, and then
Big spoon or little spoon?
guess big spoon.
Little? I don't think so.
Yeah,
Yes.
Luna was big spoon last
But then
time.
again, I am little, so I don't think I could ever become Big Spoon.
No, what'd you say, Tarnik?
I was just thinking back to Hector. Hector used to cuddle up to the big fella, and then Luna would be the big spoon to Hector, and the three of them would stay very, very warm.
Yeah.
I'll have Drogoth go cuddle up with Wolza, make sure they both keep each other warm.
Okay. Wolsa's knocked out, so she's like deep in sleep. Little Wolf is like, "Oh, look at that." Grumthar just goes to sleep by himself.
Tynik is curled up
Look at
with
that little
Shiv.
Jealous.
Shiv's got his legs folded up underneath him and lying on the ground next to Tynik.
Yeah.
And you can vaguely make out that Tynik's muttering something, but his whole body is a lot less intense.
Okay. And then every now and then, maybe a little bit of chill because Cub and Luna together, but the closer to the drapes, and one of the orcs looks in, you would notice this Cub, and Luna just like stretches like a feline and just gonna grabs you closer and like cuddles you closer as the wind kind of goes in, even though she's not technically bothered by it. And then the orc just looks back out again, making sure everything's okay. And then eventually, somewhere off in the distance of your dreaming or sleep, back in the mines, you'll start hearing that there is a calm that finally falls, and the tint no longer seems like it's going to be blown away. The wind dies down. Don't hear voices, but you succumb to the warmth of the tint and slowly sneak into this comfortable sleep. You have some visions possibly of where y'all were before. Some of y'all dream maybe of the rift. Some of y'all dream back home. Some of y'all dream that y'all are stuck out in the cold without clothing. Different various dreams just happen throughout the night. But eventually they all disappear and you get a good night's rest. Good long rest. And eventually you start waking up in the morning, and the fire had died down a little bit, but you see Luna has actually woken up and tending to the fire, And she's actually cooking and making breakfast currently. The smells very good. Not sure quite what it is, but some sort of meat, maybe, could be eggs, who knows, but it smells, the aroma is just delicious. Makes the stomach gurgle a little bit. And then with that she says, whoever wakes up, she just will look at them first and says, "Good morning. Are you hungry?"
I'm cold.
I'll try to wake up before everybody else every day. So I try.
She'll hand you a plate, and then she'll walk over to Tarnik and try to put another blanket with him and Shiv. And she like just covers him up and puts the plate next to Tarnik.
Wouldn't it be bad to give the Shiv a blanket because
I
he's a
was just
fire? He's a
wondering that.
nightmare, and he's already spewing flames. So wouldn't putting a blanket on him wouldn't just catch fire?
Oh, she's not putting it on him though. She's putting it on Tarnik.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And she, whoever starts waking up, she'll just go around and start giving everybody a plate. Volsla just like grabs it. She realizes that you were sleeping next to her, but she doesn't say anything. She just kind of munches on the meat and breakfast plate. Quiet, letting the sleep fade away as she stares at the flame, saying nothing.
Is Valenti in the tent?
No, it's only Luna currently.
Yep, that's right.
I would like to, after I finish my food, I would like to try to meditate.
Okay.
Focus on that small sliver of connection to, and see if I can't try to send a message through it the best I can anyway, to let them know that we get transported to another world. We are going to attempt to come back.
Okay.
Just so he knows that, hey, he can. That way he knows where we are. I don't know if it'll work, but at least the attempt will make him feel better, knowing that he's trying to let them know that, hey, we something happened, but we're gonna try to get back.
Okay.
And whether it gets through or not, I don't know, but it was worth it.
Does this work? Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to click that. What happened here?
I don't know what that is.
Oh. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button. Alright, so... yeah, you send this message, but it seems like it's going through some sort of, like, wall. It seems so distant, so far away. You can't even imagine how many miles and thousands and millions of miles it might be far enough to be able to not have that link. And as that is happening, you see Faylene walk in with Kerrigan and Valanthe. Faylene says, "Well, everyone prepared, yes?"
Yeah.
I believe we are.
He says, "Alright, I will collect." I went and collected sample from Great Big Worm. Now I will collect blood sample from you. And she walks up with a knife to Bordak and a couple of vials that she puts in her bag. And she says, I can't hold vial and cut at the same time, so you will have to handle knife. And she hands the knife to you.
Would Drogoth do anything? When she came up with a knife to me, would Drogoth do anything?
She's not doing it in an aggressive way, but I was gonna say that he was like actually feeding off the plate currently.
Not paying attention. Great
I thought,
protector right there.
I thought she would have approached with a hilt first, not blade first.
Oh yeah. She's gonna hand it not with the blade out to you.
Right.
Proper knife etiquette she's using.
I take the knife and I was like, "Do you need blood from Drogoth as well?" And I slice my hand and start squeezing the blood into the vial until she says stop.
She says, not big cut, only small amount of blood. You could probably do it from finger. And she holds it until it's probably an ounce of vials that you can hold of the blood. It's not very much, probably less than that actually. But
Too late. Hand cut.
and she will wrap she'll put the vial, and then Valanthe will actually just come behind her and she'll wrap, and she'll go by everybody and do this with everyone, and she'll say, if the pet or your companion wants to return back to Solaire, I will need blood from them. And she hands you a vial and lets you handle that, as she'll just kind of go around and get blood from everybody. And Valanthe's going around, and Volsa just kind of aimlessly grabs a knife, not even thinking about it, and just slices part of her finger and just holds her finger out. She seems dazed, just looking into flame still. And then you see they just come around everybody and eventually finish up with Cub. And says, wait, is everyone ready? I got the runes and I got the blood from big purple worm, enough to energize.
I just had Drogoth, scratching my ears, and I was like, "Let's go home, buddy."
And he's like, his tail wags a little bit. Kind of does like a dog, almost scratching.
I believe they have 2 or 3 tails.
One of the tails. Luna starts following Faeline and Kerrigan and Valanthe. And you see some of the orcs already out there standing, some of the war chiefs, maybe some shamans, as all of them start moving to get everything ready to send you home. And you can tell that there has been some scales removed from the purple worm that's, we're gonna say, is still there, and blood taken, and you see that there is runes and rocks set up almost in a circular pattern, and you can see that we'll put some of them right here, circular little rocks around the place, and all of them also have runes inscribed into them. And as you can see, Faeline goes and actually starts painting these rocks with the blood that y'all gave her. And in the center of this, what happened? Where's my drawing? There we go. In the center is one larger stone-looking area where she puts more runes, and the blood of the purple worm is there. And then she'll look at everyone and she's breathes in and then breathes out. Says, all right, I will start from middle, where portal will open. And says, if ley lines break, she hands everybody a vial, and seems to be made of some sort of white powder, maybe. And she says, drop this if rune should vanish or break, and repeat magical word. And where did I put my notes? Ooh. But anyway, she tells you a word for repetition for each phase of this. And she says, if creature jumps out when the small portal opens, remember, we must open portal completely for this rift to suck you back to the world you came from. We will try here to make sure that it stays open, but once we finish with the rift spawn, then you will be free to enter, but do not lose concentration until we finish with rift opening concentration ritual. Yes?
Sure.
All right.
Sounds just like when we have to protect Rome.
He casts lots of ritual spells.
And Faelene looks, yes. And Valenthes, Luna, you see Luna, she just kind of disrobes completely, dropping all her clothing. And then she gets on her fours, and you see bones again just rip out of her skin. She starts getting more guttural and sounding, her voice sounding like gravel as she kind of roars a little bit. You see the dire wolves just looking. And her claws and limbs elongate, and she turns into this blackish looking creature as she starts wandering around the circle. You see Kerrigan step forward. She pulls out a 2-pronged metal staff, and you see Valenthe as well step to the side, and she pulls her bow. And Faelene guides Volsa and everybody to where to stand, and pretty much just telling you how to stand around where Yoss blood would be that she put in. And
Then we just pick.
oh no, she's telling you, she's guides you. So Grom would be about here. Yeah, you'd probably be around there. And then Cub, I'm gonna put you in the back line right here.
Okay.
And then you see the
Sure.
one of the war chiefs over here. A couple more war chiefs over here. Vorak will stand here. Gael's standing here. Who has... Well, I guess the dire wolves will go over here with Tarnik. As Valenthe walks up to Bordak and Tarnik. Bordak first.
Thus, I appreciate you telling me about the world. May you have a safe journey back home.
Thank you. I wish we could stay and help. But we have things to do on our world.
Thus, I understand. The world needs heroes. Great heroes at that. So I trust that you know what you will do when you get home. You will save Solar.
As she nods at you. And then she walks over to Tarnik.
And says, well, I know we have backgrounds and differences, and we view each other's races in this strange sort of light, I suppose, or darkness. But I hope when I am able to return that we can at least start working. Maybe you will be some great king or champion that I sense in you. And if it's true, maybe we can work together. Maybe if you will work and open your hands, I can open mine, and we can come to a truth and change the way that the world is. And I wish you luck.
Sounds like you have charged That sounds like you've been charged with the same glorious purpose as I have. To save Solaire. To dispatch this withered one. And bring all the world together as one. My vision has it under the rule of the orcs. But you have shown me there's more to elves than hunting material.
And she
We will talk.
She
We'll
nods.
talk about God. Compromise.
And she says, she nods, and she extends a hand.
Until we meet again, fight and show the power of yours for Solaire. And if the orcs conquer, then let it be something that this Anam, this Wither One, will never forget.
And with that, she turns and gets her bow ready, aiming toward the middle. First of all, I need Valine to begin it. So let me see what she's gonna roll. And she says, "Alright, here we are. I will start first, and then what everyone will do is start repeating the word." And she says, I guess common is the most universal, so CSA. And she just tells y'all that's what you're doing. So this will help you to concentrate and envision you going back home. Envision the rift opening again. This will help me to concentrate, focusing. And this will help to focus all the ley line here to open it. And with that, she begins. She speaks other words, but for y'all can start concentrating, just repeating those 3 words, and we shall see what she rolls really quick as this eventually. We'll go ahead and do... Actually, where'd it go? There it is. Ooh. So she's concentrating. She rolls a... Ooh, shoot. Okay. Of course, she would have that one being the best one. So she will go ahead and roll that to get things started. It's her advantage that she has. And as y'all see her trying to concentrate, you see that the power seems to open a bit. You feel this sense, but then again, it fizzles for some reason, falling back. He says, "It is fighting me. I need more power." And looks over, "I need more guidance." And she will try once more for her second attempt.
Tynick would offer to call upon the power of Ganosh to assist her.
Okay.
Using a channeled divinity.
Wrong.
Ooh,
Give her
excellent.
guidance.
See if she can do it. Watch out, become stuck in Regenesis. Alright, let's see here. And she has...
If so, then I guess we'll have to
Oh.
face off against a blue dragon.
I guess Josh will have to start DMing on Sundays. She made it, though. Alright, so
Okay.
with that, she is able to open it now and do it now.
Can you imagine Tarnik and Hector working together?
That'd be interesting. All right. So let's go ahead and get this going here. So what everybody's going to have, you all have at least 3 chances to roll a DC. And y'all can pick on whichever one it's going to be for these next phases. And there's going to be different things according to... Okay, yeah, different things happen depending on what y'all roll. So...
I roll for Drogoth as well.
No, you're just rolling for yourselves. I figure they're all going to be following y'all, so we're going to put this here. And y'all see this portal start making way, this fiery looking divine-like power circling around the first rune. And from there you see ley lines just start shooting and connecting to all your rock formations here where she has drawn her runes. So the first phase has been done. She was able to... Oh, well, I need to do that though. That was so small. She'd passed the other one, but she needs to do... So she takes 27 psychic damage, but she's able to remain... She's able to remain there. So... She just grunts through it. Ugh, it's fighting back, but I will hold. And she keeps concentrating. And now, for you guys, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead. You can either roll. So you'll feel this pressure. And the ground seems to almost split with some sort of planar echo that resounds through your entire bodies. And you see some of these stones trying to split apart. So what you can do is roll either an athletics or acrobatics. DC 16 to try to hold them and brace them back together so that the fissures don't separate. So depending if you fail or not. So everybody go ahead and roll me for... I'm not going to roll for the others. I'll just have y'all roll.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Okay, so you are good.
oh, natural 20.
Tarnik has a 9.
We said,
So DC 16 for athletics or acrobatics.
DC 16, athletics or acrobatics. Okay, well,
Whatever you're better with.
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
no.
Bardic Inspiration.
Oh yeah, the Bardic Inspiration. Ooh, yeah, we can do that. Let me see. Yeah, whatever. What is his now? D8? D6? I don't remember.
It's a D8.
I think it's a D8. Yeah. So you can roll Bardic.
Because I did
Yeah,
have
go ahead and add a
I don't know
guidance.
how long it lasted though.
Yeah, you can add guidance. Just let me know when you're going to do it before the roll. Yeah, but you can go ahead.
Okay. Sorry.
No worries.
Oh, there you go.
So 15. Okay.
15. That's the highest I can get.
No, Tonic still fails.
Oh gosh. Okay. So Tarnik fails. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. So with that, y'all gonna take, since these are the smaller runes, y'all take 17 psychic damage. Not Bordak. Bordak, you're good. You're concentrating it. And so now you see getting harder for you guys. Go ahead and roll that again. And remember, if y'all going to add your guidance or anything.
Alright. Yeah, I'm going to do the same for me. I'm going to add the guidance.
Yeah, I don't have
Let's see what the
My
guidance
roll.
is.
Oh, goodness. Oh, that's a 3. Okay.
Okay, so that's a 3.
Oh, God.
Oh,
So that's 24 for me.
all right. So you got it.
Good job.
Onyx stone is going to explode in a second, I reckon.
Oh, okay. So you rolled an 11 there. Let me see. Can anybody else do anything? Let me see here.
Could Shiv help? But I doubt it.
Faylene is like, concentrate, damn it. Let's see. What else can Grom do? Does he have an ability to do guidance? I don't know. Let's see. I'll go ahead and roll. So 20 psychic damage for Tarnik.
Dang.
And Grom can...
Is this thing working? I don't think it's working properly.
Focus, Tarnek. We need to get home.
Spells. I could have sworn.
Come
he
on, Bazgoth.
had-
We can do this.
Oh, there is another shaman here, though. He'll go ahead and do that. He'll give guidance to Tarnik.
Oh, it still won't be enough, though.
And then, once again, go ahead and roll DC 16. Kind of have to have some heals here. Whoa. Oh, that's Bordak.
Yeah, that's me. You said roll again. I rolled again.
Hey, hey, hey!
All right, you make it this time.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
my inspiring words got you. All right.
All right, so
Natural.
once everybody's concentrating, you finally see that these ley lines remain intact and they seem to grow stronger, and this particular thing seems to grow a little bit more. And with that, we're going to go to phase 3, which... Oh, God. All right. Okay, so this is going to be... Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, so everybody needs to roll a Constitution save DC 14.
Safe. Okay.
Constitution save 14.
Yeah. Oh, my lord.
Oh, geez.
Everyone else gets +5 to their rolls.
Oh, nice.
Tarnik's +5.
Figures.
You rolled a natural 1. So
Jeez. Okay, so
Can I
Bordak,
round
if you get the
Tarnik?
+5, you would make it. And now Cup.
Oh, I get the +5.
Yeah.
16.
That's
yeah,
all.
I'm assuming we would have all been within a certain space and then spread out, so you would have all received Tarnik's aura.
Now you can guidance yourself too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give myself guidance. Ugh, that's not good.
Oh.
Regenesis doesn't want you to go home.
That's gonna be 13 for me.
13, okay. Oh, all right.
Plus
So
5.
we'll.
+5.
Oh yeah, +5. So that'll make it. So Tarnik,
Oh, okay.
you will go ahead and do, starting with the beginning phase. For this one, you take this. Oh wow! This time you take 5 psychic damage. to roll the 1-2-2. Okay, Mr. Tarnik. Your second try. Failing is like, "Urgh. Hold it together. It's almost there. What are you doing?"
Arnett, concentrate.
That'll do it. All right.
Nice. This takes me yelling at him, apparently.
Apparently. Which phase are we at? Okay. So, all right. So this is the big one. Phase 4, the final pool. So, as this is happening, this is the final one. I will say it is 10:15. I will ask y'all if y'all want to keep going because this might have battle. Or if y'all want to... I know, Dave, you have to get up in the morning, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. I'm fine.
I'm good. Let's do this.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, was this one? You will see this thing open up here. And then with this one, you will see this thing open up over here. And almost try to bring these people in, but they're going to move out of the way. Let's go ahead and move Luna out of the way. We don't want her falling in there. And Hawk, Mr. Claw over here is flying about. Alright. So, as y'all are concentrating, you can almost sense different essence from these portals that open. It seems that the rift just splits and tears into 3 different directions. In the green, you see something that looks wild on the other side. You can see through that portal, and it's like some sort of strange land. You might even see some sort of fey creature just running through the area. And the middle one is currently shifting through different forms and stuff, but you see a lot of shadows. It almost seems to mirror this place right now, but it's a mirror in darkness and shadow. And in the blue one, you see something completely different. It seems like an abyss, like darkness and then suddenly ice and then other different forms of energy colliding together. And in fact, you might see some sort of demon-like creature fly around in the distance. And then through all these 3, connecting all of them together, you see a very, very thin sliver of thread that you can recognize the area y'all were pulled from. That's connecting all 3 of them together. And would lead you back to Solaire. So, here's what we're going to do. Everybody, go ahead and roll me. This one is going to be a DC 16, so y'all can do whatever bonuses y'all can. Tarnik, the shaman, will give you a guidance. And so you must roll again, either athletics or acrobatics.
I'm gonna use that sliver and call on Ganache.
Like, Ganache, we're coming home,
Okay.
but we need a little assistance.
There.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's worth a shot. And what's the DC again? It's not.
16.
Wait, I get 5 for.
Yeah.
Darnik being
It's
near
on
me,
saving
right?
throws.
Yeah.
Saving throws.
Well, then I hit 16.
All right.
Thanks, Darnik.
So what do we got? Cub?
Yep. You gonna use guidance?
Yes.
I need to write this down. So this will be 1 success. Okay. Oh, nice.
And then what are we doing?
16. So that would be athletics or acrobatics.
Come on, athletics.
Ouch.
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sick.
What are you doing? Stand
Yeah,
up.
that.
All right. So
It's not my
that.
best work. And then even with the +5, that puts it at 11. So it's not my best work.
Okay. So as y'all concentrating, that would be. So with that, be one. All right. Go ahead and do another one. And there'll be the shaman will be giving you guidance.
Is it for
The
everybody or just Cub?
For Tarnik, this shaman over here is giving him guidance.
Well, I know,
Tonic
but
didn't need it.
everybody
He rolled
rolls.
22.
Oh no.
Tarnik
For
rolled
this
22.
this is for the next roll.
Oh,
5 successes before 3 failures.
Oof. Take that.
oh,
Yeah.
there you go. Nice and easy.
Okay. That one is
Tonic's got the hang of it now.
18 or 3.
You can do it. Concentrate.
Cub.
Worked for
Cub.
Tarnik.
All
It
right.
might
Cub
work
got
for-
1 success now. So 2 successes for y'all, 1 for success for Cub, and 1 failure for Cub. So go ahead, roll again. Oh, he made it.
Oh, 16. I did it perfect.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, we're trying to get 5 successes before 3 failures.
What are we doing now?
15.
15. Okay. So that one would be
Oh,
a...
with the, is that with the save or no? Or with the no?
Oh, well, if you got the 5, yeah, that would make it. Okay.
Yeah.
Bordak? What did you roll?
Do I need to roll again?
Yeah, we're trying to get 5 successes before 3 failures.
My apologies. I got disconnected for a second.
Oh, no worries. Well,
Natural 20.
damn, okay.
Does that count as 2 successes?
Unfortunately, not in this. No, not in this one. All right.
Dang.
So y'all just need 2 successes. Cub needs 3. So go ahead and roll again.
All right.
You got this, Cub.
Ooh.
Adding my guidance as well.
Damn.
Oh, lovely.
Okay.
Damn.
I didn't need to roll my guidance, but
Sure, y'all just need
Okay.
Bordak and Tarnik just need 1 more. So go ahead and roll Bordak and Tarnik, and then Cub you can
Okay.
again. Uh-oh.
okay.
There you go.
Keep going with my guidance.
Okay, so Bordak is good. Cub, you got 1. So you and Tarnik are now even.
Okay.
Y'all both
Yeah,
need 1.
that
Y'all
feels
both
good.
got 1 fail, and y'all both need 1 more success. So go ahead, roll again.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that'll be enough.
Oh,
Here's
Tarnik.
my guidance. Fourteen, 16.
16.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, never mind. Y'all don't need to battle.
Take that.
Y'all actually
Okay.
made it. 5 successes before 3 fails. Y'all actually don't get the monsters I had. Oh, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's okay.
All right.
So with that, these.
Fight one just anyway? This one anyway?
Well, I guess Dave would be happy not to get 1 after all, but yeah, y'all will see this portal right here opens and eventually becomes normal, and you can see where it opens back up. Faylene is under it, but y'all can see above it. And Valanthe will yell out, "Now,
Return now.
Volsa doesn't need to.
glad
She
that's
just
coming.
jumps. Volsa needs no words.
Until, yeah.
Tarnik and everyone with the walls and Shiv jump into the portal.
All right. So everybody gets back in there, and Bordak, you just hear Kerrigan yell out,
This is your last chance, Valanthe. Are you sure?
and Valancy looks back and says,
I know where I am needed.
and she walks next to Kerrigan as I guess Bordak or Cub will be the last ones to see that. And you see Luminoid just waving as y'all fall back into the area that y'all left.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Or someone.
We lost someone.
was that me or no?
Who was it? I don't know. Huh. Because everybody's here. Bordak,
Okay.
are you here? Well, maybe it was Bordak.
Still connected, but
At least I made it though.
Y'all
the
made it.
sound has dropped out.
Let me see. So y'all were... Which map were y'all in? This one? Oh, yes. I think y'all were in that one, or was it this one? Ah, there y'all are. Right there, I find y'all.
That's right.
Perfect. Right there. Y'all all fall back. And y'all see all y'all's equipment as y'all fall completely naked again into this realm. But all y'all's equipment are in the ground where y'all land and fall from the rift. And you are back home. Am I missing? Oh yeah, I'm missing
And
one.
then you have to like, my eyes! My eyes again! Why must I see this horror? I'm looking at Tarnik and I'm like,
All right. Well, hopefully y'all had fun with that one. A little bit of a sidetrack, and upon returning, y'all wouldn't have realized it, but y'all do feel a sense of some sort of, like for Bordak and I guess Little Wolf would return. They would sense a difference, like something removed from them. They don't feel
Removed.
cursed. And
Oh,
you will, both of them would have seen the vision as they were falling back into the portal of a great bear staring down at them, and perhaps that was one of the reasons why they don't feel cursed anymore.
You can live with that, yo.
All right. Well, then I'm going to go ahead and pause this right here. Stop recording. Goodbye. Stop streaming. Boom.
bye all.